Hello, hello. We're a little late. We're about 5 minutes late. Making sure everybody can hear me. Guys definitely should be able to see me. All right. I think we're good. I think we are good. We're going to start this one out answering some questions. Well, actually, we'll give some people some time to trickle in because I know we just started and we're 5 minutes late. So we'll give some people some time to trickle in. What's up, Raygun? All right, and then what are we doing with Twitch? We gotta pop that out. Uh-oh, what happened? There it is. Oops. So let's do this. We'll go there and there. What's up, Krivicus? What's up, Matthew Ward? I am well, very well, actually. We're gonna check out some stuff, see what's going on in Star Citizen. It is what, Monday? So we should have got a monthly or a weekly report, so we can go in and check that out. Let me navigate to it, and then we'll get going. Actually, we'll do one for the comm links, and then we'll do one for the dev tracker. Doesn't look like there's much on the dev tracker, so we'll skip that one. Just a few bug fixes. Just waiting for 4.0.1 to go live, really. All right, so let's go full screen here so that you can see what I'm doing. Bam! Happy Monday, everyone. Last week saw the return of PU Monthly Report. We looked through it a little bit. So if you're not aware, I used to do Star Citizen Nightly, but that didn't make as much sense to do if I was going to be streaming. It made more sense to just like go through this stuff through on the streams. So if you were wondering where Star Citizen Nightly went, that's where it went. It became the streams. So Star Citizen Nightly might make a return someday, but it would probably be when during a heavy month. So like when there's a lot of news coming out and stuff like that. So like May, October, November, those like super heavy months. And even then it probably will get renamed to like Star Citizen Weekly or bi-daily or some I'll come up with some other name for it. But let's look through this one. Let's look through the through this one here. Red Festival's coming up Tuesday. So it's Red Festival starts tomorrow, folks. So if you were wondering what day, it starts tomorrow. Red envelopes to hunt. It's still not telling us what animal, but I think we figured it out. I think it's going to be snake and pig. So snake and pig, which means there'll definitely be some skins to purchase. Tuesday, there's going to be a new short-form monthly series from Inside Star Citizen called Behind the Ships, where members of the ATX and MTL, I don't know what that means. Is that Texas and Montreal team? I'm assuming that's Texas and Montreal vehicle teams take us through an upcoming industrial ship arriving soon with Alpha 4.0.1. It's an ISC ship segment from the ISC team just outside, so you don't have to wait for our return, which will be soon. Okay. So I take it we're not gonna see. So behind the ships, which will mean so this is monthly. It says. Did it say monthly? Okay, so monthly we're gonna now get behind the ships. So I take it that means at the end of every month, since this is January 28th. So I don't know if it'll be every January 28th, but it makes sense that if we have the main show Thursday and then on Fridays we have the primary show or the live show, then it makes sense that we get these on Tuesdays. Then maybe live, maybe 4.0.1 is coming this week then, if they're going to announce the ship. I mean, we kind of know what ship it is. I'm pretty sure we all know what ship it is. My only question is, are they going to sell it for Red Festival, which I'm assuming they will, especially because this thing is debuting on January 28th when Red Festival is starting. And my only question is it worth it? My second question. That's not my only question. Because right now, I don't know. I guess I'm wondering. I guess we'll have our questions answered tomorrow. But I'm wondering why we would do another ship that already has something in the game. So maybe it's offering something I don't know, and maybe it's easier. Maybe it's better. Maybe they came up with a better version of the Vulture. But the Vulture looks amazing, and that's one of the things that I'm not sure we're gonna get from whatever they reveal tomorrow. But we'll see. I absolutely love the Vulture's looks, and that's a lot coming from me because I don't particularly like the way that Drake ships look, with the exception of like the Ironclad and the I think the Ironclad and the Kraken are the only ones that I really like the way they look. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens. No, you know what? The Corsair is kind of cool looking. Yeah. So we get behind the ships debut, then we get Fight for Pyro. I don't know what that's about. Did they say that up here? Save Stanton Chapter 1 is ending. It lasted much longer than I thought it would. So they gave people plenty of time for that one. And then we will get our weekly newsletter. I'm looking forward to Red Fest because I want to see how they do the snake skins and stuff like that. You know me, I'll probably purchase them all and melt them in the buyback. We'll see, because now I actually have ships to apply them to, so we'll see. But I have plenty of stuff that I can melt to get what I need, so we'll see. But yeah, that looks like it. That looks like that's it. So back to me. If you have questions, make sure you put them in the chat. I will change our title here because it is not Saturday. It is Monday. And today is the 27th. And it is not 2024, it is 2025. As I must continuously remind myself. Hi, expat brat. How you doing? What's up, Ristal, Rhino? Yeti, DJ. Make sure you go and follow Expat Brat. Join us in following Expat Brat. I'm already following, so. Oh, you rated? I didn't even notice. I'm just like, hey, Expat Brat is here. Thanks, Expat Brat. What's up? Hello, Raiders. My bad. I was completely in like La La Land over here. What's up, folks? We're just talking about Star Citizen here. I don't know when you guys rated. I was in La La Land over here, so I didn't see when you rated. Uh, but much appreciation, Expat Brat. Go follow. Expat Brat does actually one of my favorite videos from Expat is that video where you talk about all the camera controls because that helped me out a lot. So I will definitely be using that over and over and over again. So go follow Expat Brat on YouTube if you're not already and on Twitch. What's up, folks? So we started out, we were just looking at the daily, the weekly report thing. We are not getting a return to ISC technically. Technically, we're getting an episode tomorrow, and tomorrow that episode is just going to cover what I think we all know will be the Misk Fortune. And then, yeah, that's pretty much it. Thursdays, we're not getting the Thursday return of ISC yet. They didn't even mention whether it was coming back next week. I thought for sure it would come back this week. But it looks like they're going to wait. Earliest, it looks like February 6th, and probably the latest is February 13th. Yeah, it's been really weird that, I mean, I think it's because in the UK, they have like, I think in the UK they have like an extended, I mean, I don't know, I'm not from there, but I'm sure somebody here is from there. I'm not sure where everybody is from on the stream, but I think there's like an extended amount of holiday time, and that's the best I can say it without sounding completely like I have no idea what I'm talking about. Yeah, that's all I know. Um, yeah, but the way my stream works for all the newer people here, mostly what I do is we talk about Star Citizen, we talk about what we like, what we don't like, ships, stuff like that. My whole thing is I reviewed all of the ships in Star Citizen, so I have a YouTube channel. Go and check that out. There's people dual streaming right now on both Twitch and YouTube, so much appreciation to those folks. So a lot of the times people just ask me about ships. People ask me questions about the game and stuff like that. I've been following for 9 years now, I think. I am Praetorian, if you're wondering how much money I've spent, which nobody cares, but I still have to say it because people need to know that I am heavily invested in the game at the very least. But yeah, so that's what we do. That's what we're doing. We're just talking. And if you want to leave a question, just type question in front of the question and we'll go through it. Oh, I got to go check in with info runners. It's been a while. I think I was on a video like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and that was like the last time I really checked in with those folks. But yeah, there hasn't been a whole lot going on, so I get it. But how do you guys like that series I did? I just did the best fleet at every price point. I think I went from 100 all the way to 25,000. So if you haven't seen those, go check those out and tell me how terrible of a job I did. Please do not leave any stone unturned. Yeah, I really appreciate it when people drop their opinions on the videos because it lets other people know. Like I don't consider myself some like expert on anything. Even though I reviewed them all, I still don't consider myself an expert. That was just the work. You know, I just wanted to put in the work to earn people's, views, right? Like I didn't want to just hop in and be like, hey, I'm some random YouTuber. So yeah, go check them out. Let us know what your favorite fleets are. I think I did 100 all the way to 25,000. It took a lot of time, but yeah, go check those out. Let's see if we got some questions. Let's see. Oh yeah, if you don't know, I am new to streaming. I'm new to streaming, so if you're wondering why I don't have all the cool doohickeys up here and over here and down here and things that let me know when people are raiding. That's why. Yeah. So one of the things that I do on this channel, though, just so you all know, I do giveaways on this channel. So I do giveaways for people who watch the YouTube stream and who watch the Twitch stream. I give away a vehicle on one and a ship on the other. So if you dual stream, you qualify for both. Just leave a comment. I try to do them 7 minutes apart, so that way I know you at least watched some part of the stream. Yeah, and that's it. Let's look at these questions. Will they do a skin for the Cuddy Blue because of the year? I would love for that, but is technically every time they do a skin for the Cutlass, they're doing one for the Cutlass Blue, right? They're all swappable, right? I don't own a Cutlass Blue, so I can't say for sure, but I'm pretty sure you can swap those. Let's see. Krivicus says, given MISC is the industrial ship manufacturer, do you think they will do a MISC version of the Liberator designed to be an industry carrier base? If they did, I would say not anytime soon. Not anytime soon, because we have multiple versions of carriers now in different forms, whether it's the pocket carrier, what we got, like technically two versions of that. Actually, technically 3 versions of that, depending on how much money you spend. We got the Liberator now. We got the Kraken. You'll be able to put some very small ships inside the Ironclad. So I think I don't know if they're going to work on that anytime soon. But I agree that MISC would be a good. I think they would be a good manufacturer for it. But I'm looking for more. I'm honestly, I know they're working on MISC and stuff, but I need more Argo ships. I need like Gattac ships. I need Kruger ships. I need some of these other manufacturers to start pulling their weight. Let's go. Ship carrier version of the whole series. Now, one thing about the whole series that a lot of people forget is that the whole series is modular. So it's very possible that if you have like something like a hull D or a hull E, that you can get the hull D or hull E, and maybe they'll have like carrier wings things that you can put on there. That's very possible. So don't count that out, and then you might not need that, full-on variety version of it. But the whole ships are modular. I do like having multiple ships in the same size that play the same loop for different manufacturers, but I just think we need one for every manufacturer first. And I feel like we don't have enough repair ships. We got 2. We haven't even filled out all the sizes for every category yet. We don't have like a small farming ship. We got like an older. We got the MISC, like we got the MISC Endeavor, right? And it's like gigantic farmer ship, right? Among other things, right? But we don't have any smaller versions of that. We have a small science ship, and then we have the MISC Endeavor. We have nothing in between. So I just feel like before you start doing multiple ships for the same purpose and the same gameplay loop, I would like for them to fill out each gameplay loop at least once. And maybe if it's like really easy. So I think that's what we're getting with the what is this thing called? The Fortune. I think because it was just like a swap of the Prospector from what I gather so far, maybe it was easy and maybe it was like an onboarding process. So that's all I can think of. So Krivicus says often 2 weeks over Christmas break. So they are way past 2 weeks. So I'm assuming people use their 2 weeks and then they use like personal time, so to combine them to take like a whole month off. Makes sense. Will they make smaller ships like the P-52 remote piloted? Remote piloted? I think well, we're getting blades, we know that. AI is not coming for a while because they want to test they want people to play together in groups so that they can balance the game a lot more. And then once they figure out how people actually play in groups, I think you're more likely to get your, AI companions to be able to go and do stuff. Red Festival, Richard Whalen asked what Red Festival is. That is a yearly festival. I believe it is to resemble the Chinese New Year, and it goes hand in hand with that celebration. And there's one in game, and then there's one outside of game. Ship sales and red skins that are available. All right, we got some questions over here on Twitch. Trying to give everybody answer all these questions. We got a lot. Let's see. Price prediction for the Fortune. I'm gonna guess I'm gonna guess 175. I'm gonna guess 175 standalone, and then War Bond 150. That's what I'm gonna guess that for the price of the Fortune. The Mark II Super Hornet, that one's a little bit more difficult. I know the Heartseeker will be more. I think I know the Heartseeker will be more expensive, but I would have to look. Let me look at the prices real quick. I don't want to keep you too long, but let me look at the prices real quick, and then I could give you a quick guess on the price of the Mark II Super Hornet, because I think I gotta look at the old price and compare those real quick. Here, I'll show you what I'm doing here, so you guys aren't in the dark. All right, so if we look at the first Hornet, the Mark I Super Hornet was $185, and the Mark I Base Hornet. Where's the Mark I Base Hornet? Was $125. So that's what, $60 more? So if the Mark II Base Hornet is $175. So if we're doing $60 more, then I'm very slow at math. So what's that? 25 and then 35. So that's $235. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's $235. So it would look like the Super Hornet would be $235. The Mark II Super Hornet would be $235. They might reduce that a little bit because it's just a Mark II, so they might not do the full $60 above. So I'm gonna guess it's $225. $225 for the Super Hornet Mark II, and then 25 off for the War Bond version, so $200. And then I'm gonna guess $10 more for the Heartseeker variant. Yeah. So those are my guesses for that. FEMA42, thank you for subscribing with Prime. If you guys didn't know, you can subscribe. If you have a Prime membership, you can use your Prime membership to subscribe to any channel. I would appreciate you doing that for my channel, but if you don't, hey, Expat Brad is here. Go do it with Expat Brad's channel. Anybody, just as long as you know that you can subscribe for free, as long as you have a Prime. Technically, you're paying for it, right? Because it's Prime, right? Expat Brat has a question. Do you think hex codes will ever be a thing in Star Citizen going forward for colors of our ships? I do think hex codes will be a thing. Yeah, I do think hex codes will be a thing. I think hex codes are coming much later, though. Because the thing is, I think they want to sell skins, and I think they have to figure out a way to monetize it. And what I think is going to end up happening is I think we're going to end up seeing So we'll have ship skins, right, that you can purchase that'll automatically apply. But I think it'll end up being the color thing where you can like find different colors or purchase different colors and then apply them to your ships. But I also think it'll be that you can swap certain parts of each color out and things like that. And I think it's going to be really complicated. And I think when that comes, that'll be post-launch of everything. So it'll be post 1.0 and all of that. So I don't think it's coming for like at least another 3 or 4 years. But I do think it will come eventually. And I don't think it just will apply to ships either. I think it will apply to weapons, to armor, everything. Because once you actually establish the game, then you can start differentiating all the things between the games. So, right, so you might want certain people, or I don't want to say you want certain people, but you want everyone to have a feeling that their character is unique. And one way to do that is allowing people to just slap a random color on an armor set on their ship and everything. So when they go out, they're looking at something that they designed, not just something everybody can get. Like everybody can get it technically, but they would have to design it exactly like the other person. But right now, they don't have that problem. Right now, I think they're just trying to get the base game out. So I think that's why we're going to wait a while for it. When do you think we will see a mid-size salvager between the Reclaimer and Vulture? Well, I was hoping that's what the fortune would be. But if that's not what the fortune is, then I would guess next year. So I would guess CitizenCon that they would say at CitizenCon, you know, they're gonna do these are 12 ships we're working on or whatever. And I think we would probably see something in there because salvage is a very popular type of gameplay. So that's why I would think it would come sooner rather than later. Anvil needs a carrier a little bigger than the Kraken, and Aegis needs a pocket carrier about the size of the Liberator. I don't disagree, right? But the thing is, I don't think they're doing any like massive ships for a while. I think they want to catch up on a few before they start doing massive ships. So I would guess that once they start work on like the Kraken, that's when they would announce another big ship. And I would guess that they're waiting. Well, I don't have to guess. They basically said this at CitizenCon that the work on the Ironclad is going to help them work on the Kraken. So if that's what they're doing, then essentially as soon as they finish the Ironclad, they could start working on the Kraken, and I think that's what we'll get. I think we'll get that. I think we'll get a larger ship right after they start working on the Kraken, because it is kind of lonely at the top. So let's go back to our other screen, and I'll show you what I mean by lonely at the top. All right, so let's do this. All right, so if you look up here, right, if you look at the ships, the limited ships that are capital ships, right, that are at the high price range, this isn't a lot. Both of these are the Idris, both of these are the Kraken, and this is the Javelin. That's 3 ships, right? Now, if you go down a little bit more, you can get some other ships, right? So here, we'll do this just so we can put them all at the top. All right, so the Hull E is also limited, and it's also a capital. The Orion, not limited, but is going to be a capital, right? The 890 Jump, limited, capital. The Endeavor, not limited, but a capital. And that's really what you got. Oh, I forgot the Merchantman and the Odyssey. So the Pioneer 2, I'm actually surprised that they didn't just put the price up to 1,000, but I think they're trying to avoid giving that thing LTI. But yeah, this is your whole list, all the way down to what? The Reclaimer. That's not a whole lot of ships, especially when you consider what? 1, 2, they don't have the K on here, but 3 of these are the same. And the Hull E and the Hull D are essentially the same. One's just bigger. So yeah, a lot of these are the same. So there's still a lot of room for them to do capital ships. So Anvil could do. I think Anvil is going to do a capital ship, but I don't think it's going to be a carrier. Um, so you know, I know that the Anvil. I know Anvil is going to get something. That's all I'll say about that. I need a stealth maze farming ship for personal, recreational, and medicinal use. I like that. What I really like more industrial ships from Argo and some new ones from CNOU. I agree. We need some of these other ship manufacturers to step out the gate. 150 war bond, 175 credit sounds right. Sounds about right for the Fortune. Yeah, I think so. Super Hornet Mark 1 is 180. Oh, they already. Oh wait, are you guessing or do you know this? Oh no. Oh, Mark 1. Oh, you were talking about the Mark 1. Okay. Uh, Misfortune 165, Super Hornet 200. Yeah, they did do that with the Super Hornet. Raised by $5 for last chance sale, then reduced back to $5. That was very weird. Question from Pyrell. Since they are planning for individual base building and gave a peek at org space-based structures, what form do you think individual player space structures will take? Giant hangars. Okay, let me read this again because this felt very technical, but maybe it's just my brain. Since they are planning for individual base building and gave a peek at org space-based structures, what form do you think individual player space structures will take? Base building. Oh, so it'll just be one of the versions of the things that we saw in the video. So I did a whole video. I broke down all of CitizenCon, every single panel I went through and broke down. There's like, if you go and look, it's like in the last month, there's like 12 straight videos of me breaking down every single panel. But in that, I talked about kind of the way things will look. So I think they gave you options. So every little chunk that comes off of the main portion of the space station, you can choose, right? So you can have one for cargo. You can have one that parks ships. You can have one that's industrial, I think, and so many other things. Like, and I think they're all going to be unique because everybody's going to make a different decision on what's important to their org. And then some of them I think will just be battle stations. Like it'll just be heavily defended, heavily armed. And yeah, that's going to be their primary thing, is defending whatever comes into their airspace. So I think there will be a lot of refinery and industrial things, because I think one of the biggest things in this is people are going to want to become billionaires, maybe even billionaire ninjas. So you can always count on people wanting the money. So yeah. Let's see. I am getting, I don't know if you guys were on when I said this the other day, but I'm getting a Heartseeker, folks. I am getting a Heartseeker. I think it's one of those ships that I only like, when I was reviewing it, I kind of like looked at it, flew it, and I was like, oh, okay. Like, okay. Like, I like this. I like this. But it was already old by the time that I reviewed it, and it was already kind of being outdone. So I don't think I looked at it as heavily. But then as the year went on and I kept seeing people that had the Heartseeker in their fleet, I was like, oh my goodness, this is actually a really good ship. And it's only available, what? Is the Heartseeker available at IAE? It might be. It might be available at IAE. So it's only available twice a year. I'm not sure if it's available at Invictus. So let me know. Let me know if you've seen it available at Invictus, but I don't think it is. I think it's only IAE and what's the Coramore. Not sold at IAE either. Only at Coramore. So there it is. That's exactly the reason why I want one. And it's not that it's going to be like a super rare ship. I just don't think a lot of people understand. I don't think a lot of people, I don't want to say understand. I think a lot of people won't recognize the value of a ship that's only available once per year. And so I think that's where I'll get in on it because of that. because I don't just want rare ships as in, oh, you can't get this. I want rare ships that as in like people don't even know how to, people, you kind of have to figure out how to buy one, right? Like if somebody sees this ship, if somebody sees this ship, they're gonna be like, whoa, how'd you get that? What's that? You know, the same way we were talking about hex codes earlier and like the uniqueness of a ship, right? There's gonna be tons of people with a Super Hornet, but there's not gonna be tons of people with a Heartseeker. And I think that's one of the things that I like. I want, you know, you can only carve out so much of a unique nature in this game so far. So why not do that at every possible venue that you can do that in, right? I'm definitely getting one. It wasn't a ship that I thought about until I can't remember what I was doing last video or last stream, but I was looking at something and I was like, oh my goodness, I really want a Heartseeker, and it just came out of nowhere. Let's see. I'll definitely be doing a review on all the new Hornets. I'm hoping the Wildfire comes out as well. All right, let's see what you got, YouTube, and then I'll come back to Twitch. Any recommendations from anyone on a fighter ship? My current ships are Cuddy Black and Ironclad. Avenger Titan is the cheapest. I think most people would say get the cheapest ship possible that's really good at fighting, and the Avenger Titan comes to mind. Not only that, it can do a little bit of cargo. So if you enjoy cargo runs and FPS gameplay, I would say the Avenger Titan. Keep your money. Spend the least amount on a fighter that you can while still getting a great fighter, and I would say the Avenger Titan. If you're looking for something super expensive, you can wait until the next time the F8C is available, or you can. The Guardian's not in a great place right now, but you can get the Guardian. I think that'll end up being in a really good place. If you're looking for a heavy fighter, I know a lot of people who swear by the Scorpius. If you're looking for for two people, you know, the option for two people to fight, and then the F7C. You know, it's solid. I would get the Ghost at this point. So the F7CS, I believe, is the Hornet Ghost. You know, then you get a little bit of stealth with your fighting. Yeah, those are all, I think, some pretty good options, depending on how much you want to spend. I think I gave you something at pretty much every price point. If you already have the Cutlass Black, so you already have something in that price point. What's up, the Star? What are my thoughts on the Odyssey? I just learned about it recently and I'm loving the look and idea. I do have a review, so make sure you go check that out. But my thoughts on the Odyssey are that it will meet or exceed the abilities of the Carrack when it comes specifically to exploring. And I don't mean charting jump points. That's the one thing that I do believe the Carrack will be the best at and stay the best at least until some crazy super capital comes out that can do it. But as far as exploration, I do think it'll have superior scanning abilities when it comes to planets. I do think it'll be more of a surveyor, but I also think it'll go further than the Carrack. I have one in my fleet, so I think that's the best way I can describe whether I think it's worth it. And you have to make that decision based on your gameplay, though. In my how to build a fleet video, so if you watch that one, it's like in the first 30 minutes to 45 minutes, I talk about the questions you need to answer before you start really going into the super expensive ships and building your fleet. So make sure you answer those questions before you purchase one, but I think it's a good purchase. But again, not in the game, and we have no idea when it's coming. But if you look very closely at ships like, oh, Anonymous Gifts. Thank you. I don't know who did it, but thank you, Pyrel, Glitch, Expat, and Northern Surge, and Illumisis. Much appreciation for the tier 1 subs. Thank you, thank you. Started a hype train and everything. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I think it really depends on the type of gameplay that you're looking for. You know, I think the Odyssey is great if you have other ships. I don't think I would have it as like one of three. I don't think I think I would have it at a minimum. I'd have to have like three other ships if I was going to purchase an Odyssey. Let's see. The Buccaneer does look cool. There is definitely a gameplay difference between the two though. So you can watch people play with the Buccaneer. Also, check out a few people too besides myself on YouTube. I don't like to just only plug my videos. There's oh my goodness, now I'm blanking on people's names. Check out Forrester and check out oh my god, why am I blanking on this dude's name right now? Even Lease. Even Lease. Yes. Check out Even Lease and Forrester. They have really great recommendations for both the F7 and the Buccaneer. I did videos on them as well if you want to go check those out, but definitely check out those other two. The F7 Mark I isn't. The Mark I's are difficult to get now, and they're considered rare because they're no longer going to be sold. But as far as the meta, I don't know how great they're going to end up being. So that's up to you, though. Should you hold on to your Mark I Wildfire or get a Mark II Heartseeker? It depends. Are you a collector? Because I would hold on to the Mark I Wildfire and find another way to get the Heartseeker just because the Wildfire is going to be rare. But if you're not a collector and you don't care about that stuff, go for it. You could probably sell it, though, to be honest. You could probably sell the Mark I and get a little bit of a profit and then come back and buy the Heartseeker when it launches. So there's a thing you could do. Thoughts on the Nautilus? I have one in my fleet. I gave it a score as well. I reviewed that one. Really good ship. I think it's going to surprise a lot of people. I think the abilities of that ship have not yet been fully explored. I think it's going to be really good because I don't think that CIG will sell a $700 plus ship. I think it's $725 actually. Like a $725 ship that doesn't do anything and that can't do the thing that it's actually wanting to do. So, yeah. What do we got? Reclaimer sea ship. What? You hate the Guardian. Whoa. A solo fighter that you can CC up to. I don't think so. Let me check. I mean, I'm sure there's a fighter out there. I mean, you could get a solo fighter though. Let me see. Let me help you out real quick. Let's see. The Guardian. Let's assume you have the QI. You can go up to. Oh wait, this is not in order. Hold on. I use this for everything. Shipmatrix.space if you guys are wondering what this is. Here, let's make it full screen so y'all can see everything. Let's see. See, the thing is, you specifically said a one-seater, like a single seat. So you got the blade, the scythe, if you can, I mean, good luck with getting a scythe, but the blade, if you don't mind alien ships, but that's not in a much better place right now. What else we got up here? The glaive. Yeah, I think that's it as far as single seaters. Everything else is a two-seater. I would hold on to it though. I mean, unless it's like one of your only ships. I think I genuinely think the Guardian is going to get better. And yes, what Shocker 17 said here, rent them before you buy them, and then you'll always be able to see whether you like it or not. What are these Vaughn missions? I haven't been playing the game a lot lately, so I don't know what the Vaughn missions are. Did I say, what did I say? Did I say Forrester? Did I say Forrester? What did I say? What did I say? Forrester? I think I said Forrester. It's Forrester. Forrester reviews. Evenlease and Forrester. Yes. Oh my goodness. Forrester. Who's Forrester? I feel like there's a maybe do I know a Forrester? Am I thinking of Forrest Gump? Is there a Subaru Forester? Is that a car? My brain just did a thing. That was awesome. Yeah, Forrester's great. Jag Mason said I appreciated the Paladin video. Oh, thank you. I think I'm getting better with my ship reviews. Part of the reason I also wanted to review all the ships were because I think reviewing all the ships gives me a better mindset for the next ship that I look at. So I can immediately compare like this ship to that ship that I reviewed 6 months ago because I'm like, oh, I already know what the capabilities of that ship is. I know how rare it is for a ship to have this quality and this quality, right? So another reason that I want the Heartseeker is because it has I mean, if you've already looked at the numbers on it, it has the size 4s on it, which I think is going to be kind of a unique thing for the Super Hornet at that size. And then it's got like the size, the weapons that I said should have been on the F8C, it looks like the Heartseeker is getting. So looks like the size 4s, size 3s, and size 2s, right? I think that is one of the best combinations of weapons because the size 4s allow you to, and multiple size 4s, right? Allow you to punch holes in things that are a little bit bigger without having to run away. And then the size 3s are pretty, good at tackling things the same size or slightly smaller. And then the size 2s for the tiny ships that always manage to get away. So yeah, it's one of those ships that really covers a gap, right? I own an F7A, and so that's my only thing is I haven't compared those two yet, and I think they're going to be very similar. So that's the thing that I have to consider because I already have an F7A. And if they're too similar, it wouldn't make sense for me to get the Heartseeker. But I think I can still justify it. So I'll look at the numbers later. We'll look at the numbers at the end of the stream. And I'll see if I can find a justification because I really want one. Heartseeker looks cool, and I miss my ghost that I stupidly CCU'd into a Guardian. The ghost, you can still get it. I mean, if you go back, if you melt your Guardian, and then you get the next cheap LTI token or do a referral, then you can just upgrade that back into getting a ghost and get your LTI ghost back. So it's possible to fix it. For the large fleet people, I hope we can rent our ships out or loan them. Yes, I have way too many ships. I think I got 40 ships at this point, and like 8 of them are capitals. So I'm definitely going to be loaning them out. I'm already planning on, I talked about this on a previous stream. I'm definitely going to be loaning out my ships. It's just a matter of who I loan them to. Mostly people in my org, which I haven't started yet. I'm going to start the org somewhere around uh, the summertime. It'll be the summertime when I start it. I still have a lot of things to do for it. I have to create a website. I have to create an interview process. And then I have to like dedicate more time to the game, which I can't do right now. So yeah, there's a lot of stuff I have to do. I'm planning to only let 100 people in. I know there was a lot of people asking me about it on the Discord, but I'm only letting 100 people in to start, and then we'll go from there. Let's see. Can you melt the Guardian and buy back the Ghost? Yes, you can. Yeah, so take your time. Leon's the line, you're saying you lose some value. Take your time and CCU back up to it. Like you don't have to like immediately purchase it. You can rent the Ghost. You'll eventually be able to rent the Ghost here in like a month or so. So just buy it in game until then, and work your way back up through the CCU chain. No reason to rush to purchase it now. The Seeker. What is the Seeker? The Heart Seeker. Um, I think it's going to come out the day that Koromor starts, which I believe will be either the 13th or the 14th. What day is that? Let's see. The 14th is on a Friday, so we'll see. It could start that Monday. It could start the 10th and then end on the 17th, or end on the 20th. Then that technically would mean it went for like 10 days. So who knows? But it'll be that second week, um, anywhere from, let me see. Yeah, it'll be anywhere from that, I guess the third week technically, if you start on Sundays. So that third week of February, it'll start sometime during that week, going into the fourth week of February. And February has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 weeks. So from the third week going into the fifth week is when it'll start. It'll start somewhere around that time. If I buy a second game package and use myself as a referral code, would I get a free LTI token on my main account? No, not necessarily. So if you do it when you have, if there's a referral bonus for both accounts, yes. So if they're, I think right now, I'm not sure if they're still doing it, but there was a referral bonus. I think there's a referral bonus right now. I probably should have put my code up on the screen. I forget about it all the time. Oh, so it always starts on Valentine's Day? Okay, good. So perfect. I didn't know if that's when it started or if they made sure that it took place during that time. But yeah, I think, yeah, you have to make a separate account. It has to be it's not a second game package. You have to get a separate account, like a completely new account, different email and everything. And then you get the LTI token that is currently available. So make sure that it's still available before you do it. But you're paying $45 for that. So you have to pay at least $45 on the new account in order for the actual LTI token to arrive. So it's not free. It'll be $45 that you're paying for whatever that ship is. And right now, I believe it is what is the ship that's available? I think it's a Dragonfly. How much is a Dragonfly? I haven't looked at the price for a Dragonfly in a very long time. Dragonfly. Oh, why is that? Oh, that's not vehicle. It's Landcraft. Let's see. Dragonfly is $40, so it's actually cheaper to buy the Dragonfly, but because you're trying to get LTI on it, you're paying the extra $5 basically to get the LTI. So there's your thing right there. Let's see. CIG said they don't want to facilitate the passive income you get from renting your ships. They can't stop it. I don't think so. I don't know what mechanic they would use to stop people from renting ships, because I can just start up my ship, have somebody in my party, they can just take the ship away, and whatever. If they put a time limit on it or whatever, then they know that time limit, they have to do whatever they need to do within that time limit. I don't see how they could stop it, and there's too many things you could do outside of the game. Like, I don't think they'll facilitate it, so I think you're right there. They won't facilitate it, but they definitely can't stop it. Yeah, so yeah, like you said, they're not going to have supporting game mechanics for it. I think your odds are pretty high. But not the ironclad base, only the ironclad assault. I don't think the ironclad base will be able to fit a ballista on it. I'm not 100% sure, but I know it can't fit tanks, so I'm assuming it can't fit the ballista either. So if you have an ironclad assault, open up the top, and you might be able to broadside some ships with that. And that's actually a really cool idea. Somebody's got to do that. Somebody's got to load up 4 ballistas on an ironclad assault and just go crazy. You're basically adding extra turrets to it, right? Or like missiles and stuff. That's actually a really cool idea. I'd probably go for the extra size 5 weapons though from the Nova tank though, and just put 4 Nova tanks on it. Wish the Pioneer loaners were better. Yeah, we wish all loaners were better. Buy a $40 Mustang Beta or Aurora LN on an alt account with your main account. Referral code, get the bonus, then gift the $40 ship to your main account 30 days later. There you go. Boom. That's exactly the way to do it. Citizen Ninjas got you covered. Discord is more important than the website. The website is not for org activities. It's more so a place where I can post things in a certain way. That's all I can reveal. but the website is necessary. So the Discord, I definitely will. It'll have its own Discord thing. It'll be a whole thing. Yeah. But I will definitely have a Discord. I think you could even insert a Discord, like insert a website into Discord. I've seen like some really cool looking Discord stuff. So we'll see. We'll see what the capabilities of Discord are when I get there. But yeah, my biggest thing is the website is gonna serve a specific purpose. They have to buy something of 45. Yep, got it. You have a ship you can gift. Yep. You have buyback tokens? My friend wants a Kraken just to SRV 30 ballistas on it. Yeah. I have a Kraken, and I fully intend to load that thing up with a lot of other ships that can do a lot of other things. All right, later, Krivicus. Yeah, I thought it was weird that they did that with the Vulture too, but like a few people said, it looks like they're starting to expand and give you multiple options from different manufacturers for the same job, which I appreciate. I just wish they would fill out a little bit more of the other spaces before they did it. But I think it's an easy job for onboarding, so that's probably why they're doing it. Let's see what we got, Twitch. Yes, you can buy a $45 ship without a game pack and just transfer that $45 ship to your original account. Yep. There's a 30-day delay before you can gift the $40 Mustang Beta and Aurora LN to your main account, then melt for store cred. Yep. Exactly. 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 So The referral bonus, I think, was specifically for the In Case You Missed It sale. So go to the In Case You Missed It sale page. Actually, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's go to the In Case You Missed It sale page and see if we can find it. In case you missed it. Yep. In case you missed it. Yep. In case you missed it. Come on. Any day now. Was it? I thought it was over here. Maybe not. Am I mistaken? Was there not a was that for something else? I could have sworn I just saw it. Huh. Hold on. Let me check some things out. I could have sworn I saw the referral bonus, but maybe it was for the month. So let me check some other stuff and see if I can find it real quick. Put your last questions in. We are nearing the end of the stream, so make sure you put those last questions in, and then I will run through those quickly, and then we will raid. Let's see. Where do I think I saw it? I would guess it is on here. Let's see. The monthly report, epic month ahead. Let's see, that one. All right, let's see. We're gonna find this. Ah, it is. So I will drop the link. It's on the Epic Month Ahead. What is this? It just says Epic Month Ahead. So it talks about Save Stanton Chapter 2, Squadron 42 newsletter, in case you missed it, Red Fest. And then it says referral bonus at the bottom. So it says celebrate the Lunar New Year 2025 with our Red Festival referral promotion. Invite a friend to join the adventure and you'll receive a Drake Dragonfly with the exclusive Coalfire paint. So let me drop the link for you, and just so you can see what I'm talking about. Right down there. All right. All right, let's speed through some questions, and then we shall raid. Let's figure out who we're going to raid before I do the questions, though. Let's see. Wait, what did I do? Oh, I did something weird here. Okay, here we go. We're gonna do. Oh, let me not do that. Whoa. Let's do Hotshot Henry. Yeah, let's do Hotshot Henry. Hotshot Henry. All right. Yeah, we'll do Hotshot Henry. All right, let's speed through some of these questions and then we will raid. Let's go back here. I think I have to fix this though. Mess something up. There we go. Now we're good. Now we're cooking with hot grease. All right. Let's see. Yeah, before you do all this, maybe wait until Red Fest starts tomorrow. Wait, it's tomorrow, right? Yeah. I think we looked it up. Yeah, tomorrow. So I would do it tomorrow just to make sure that you get it, because I don't know if that was saying you get it all month or if you just get it for Redfest. Will the Mark II Ghost be available after in case you missed it? After in case you missed it, yes, but it will not always be available. So I would guess the next time it'll be available is in May. And it'll definitely be available in IAE and any other combat related events. It'll probably be available, but only guaranteed to get it in May and November because it'll be limited. I would get a CCU just like Luminous is saying, because if you get the CCU, then you don't have to worry about whether it's available later. And I think you can get it for $10 if I'm not mistaken. So then you could just hold on to that. You can even melt it, and then you can buy it back later if you need the $10 right now. Let's see. All right, let's speed through some questions. Mission quest for the F8C, we're definitely gonna get that. The F8C is so beloved, and the fact that it won the ship showdown, it's definitely gonna get its own mission. Got your Odyssey at 290. Nice. I think that's what I got. I think that's how I got mine too. I think I spent 290 on mine as well. Let's see. Renting ships. Let's see. Already debating your Heartseeker Mark II loadout. I don't think I'm going to worry about the loadout right now. Just making sure I have the funds to actually get it. I'm going to have to melt some stuff, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. When they add armor, do you think they will make a ship actually capable of ramming for effect like the Perseus or Hammerhead? I do. I think they already have it. The Scythe and the Glaive, if I'm not mistaken, are both ships that you'll be able to ram with the wings, and they're supposed to do damage when you ram them. So they're built for that. And I can't imagine that they will be the only ships that are capable of that. $10 from the prospector to get you a CCU. Yeah, the referral bonus for the Pulse is over, so you would be getting a Dragonfly. Yeah, getting your Odyssey at 290 though is a long time. It's gonna take you a while. You gotta collect CCUs over at least a year. That's how long it took me. Well, I think it was a little bit longer. It was like a year and a half. So yeah. All right, that looks like all the questions. Thank you everybody for watching. Thank you to all the people who rated and stayed. Much appreciation. Even if you rated and didn't stay, cool. Appreciate you. Yeah, so make sure you try to do, if you're going to get that referral bonus, try to get that tomorrow. Don't try to do it today, because if you try to do it today and it doesn't work, I don't want you to be like, hey, and either way, wait till 11 a.m. before you do it. Make sure you see that Redfest screen up before you try to do your referral bonus. So thank you, and good night to all. Oh my goodness, I'm ridiculous. I'm ridiculous. Hotshot Henry is for mature audiences, so if you're watching this with your kids or something like that, just so you know, that's where we're going. And let's raid.